Hey, good afternoon, Northern Wells. Frank Pope here, working with MLA Danny McNeely to reassure you that we are working to find a way to combat the high cost of living, the proposed high cost of fuel. We hope to touch on these topics throughout our small interview here this afternoon. So Danny, we've been hearing over the last few months and living with the extreme cost of living. Started last fall, no barges. I'm just wondering whether you've been talking with your colleagues down in Yellowknife to keep them in line with what's happening.
Thank you, Frank, and thanks for the invitation to share our thoughts. I live with the same concerns that you had mentioned on the high cost of living. So, starting with the cancellation of the last barge last fall, we've had the reliance on air costs basically coming into our area. And ultimately, for this region, is the all-season road. And that would provide options. Right now, we got only high freight cost options.
Okay, so that's long term though. That's not going to happen anytime soon. I mean, do people not realize we're in a crisis here, that we're starving to death because we can't afford to buy stuff at the grocery stores? You know, we're going to move on now and talk about the heating fuel. I have trouble heating my house at $2 a litre. If that goes to 5 something a litre, nobody in this town, no matter how high a wage they make monthly, can afford to heat their home with diesel fuel. Our governments, both levels, have got to become proactive. They can't always be reactive. We may not have water in this river for a few years to come. Get a plan in place, please, to help our people. That's all I'm asking for.
Yes, thank you, Mayor Pope. Bringing certainty to the listeners, and one of the things, okay, we can ask, when is this rate going to go up beyond $5 a litre? My recent discussion with Imperial Oil and their contractor delivering that product, Midnight Petroleum, and the air cargo people that are shipping that product to Norman Wells, is November the 1st. So we have to have solutions by November the 1st. So, okay, let's talk about the core of the problem. Once you know the core of the problem, then you can bring solutions to eliminate that core of the problem. And realistically, it's the cost that's going to determine that new retail price of in the neighborhood of $5.50 a litre. They're saying it's going to be in the neighborhood of $3.50 for shipping costs. So when you times that by the volume shipped, you come out with $6.6 million. Now we can say, okay, well, this is a Norman Wells problem. No, it's not. It's a whole of government problem and a whole of the environment and the whole of economy, as well as the surrounding communities of the Sahtu. So understanding the solutions or understanding the core of the problem, and one of the things that we've been sharing is making a lobby trip to Ottawa, which I hope you would attend, and going to the owners of the oil field and say, listen, like, can you pay the $6.6 million rather than passing it on to the home heating tanks?
And the way the government of Canada passes out billions of dollars all over the world, maybe we deserve a little bit of change, like $6 million. It wouldn't be out of range for some of this money they do spend on other things other than Canada. You've been at the meetings, we've met with government, we've met with the Premier and his ministers, we've laid out our concerns, and I don't think they're in the stage right now to give us a positive response, but I think we're going to have to put balls to the fire that we need a response soon as to what they're going to be able to do for us. Do you think there's any chance of anything coming back that's positive in the near future from, at least from GNWT?
I'm going to say yes, Mayor Pope. The shared realities of the cost of living that you had shared on the last trip there in September the 9th really was received, and the unofficial messages that I'm hearing from the Premier and Cabinet, yes, we fully understand, and I really feel comfortable that there will be some designed response to help.
My designed response is going to come with dollars and cents, I hope.
I just haven't got that commitment in writing or an email form. A number of hours ago, I was talking to the chair of the OAC, which is the Oversight and Accountability Committee, and that representative is from the Inuvik riding, Mr. Denny Rogers, and he assured me that he had a chance to talk with the Premier, and the bottom line is that we have to help the Sahtu, and if it means covering the cost of $6.6 million, then we have to do so because we're here for the people and the Indigenous governments as well. So I was quite pleased to hear that response from the chair.
So am I. Sounds good. At least it's positive thinking coming from the right people. That's good. I can wait a little while longer.
Thank you, Mayor Pope, for this invitation. It's an excellent exercise to share the views and the concerns, and more importantly, how we're trying to mitigate the problem, bring that information to the people, and reassure the people that yes, we are here together. And I certainly look forward to our working together over the coming months, including going to Ottawa to try to convince the immediate concern of our expected cost increase to the home heating fuel, and at the same time getting some strategy discussions on the immediate cost of living with the groceries.
Good. Thank you, Danny. Sure, people know in the public that my term ends on Halloween, but I am committing from now until the end of that month of October to dedicate myself and my council, working diligently with Danny to do whatever is at all possible in that period of time to alleviate some of these atrocious costs which you're enduring on a daily basis. That's my commitment to you while I run to the end of my term. Thank you very much.